Hey guys, welcome to Sisters Unfiltered. We're so excited to be here today.
We're sitting close today.
We're sitting really close. I feel like my head is on Ashley's shoulder.
Yes.
And if you know anything about us, you know that doesn't ever happen.
No, it doesn't.
Not in this sister
That's
relationship.
like us too, yeah.
We're
very
uncomfortable.
I'm very uncomfortable right now.
Okay.
But anyways, we had a little microphone mishap. So if any of you people out there are very techie, you might could help us out. So we're having to share some microphones today. So hopefully you can hear us. But before we continue on, don't forget to like, thumbs up, comment, leave us a review. We definitely were talking the other day, and we just feel like this season we've had a lot more comments.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing ever.
It's been great.
Yeah.
I just feel
fun.
so awkward.
We were so close. When I sat this close to Jeremy, I didn't feel that way.
I think we need to like sit more like this.
But I feel like you're not going to hear me.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Lindsay's loud.
Okay, guys. Anyways, I'm just not going to look at the screen very much. I'm so sorry. Okay. If not, I have to look awkwardly in Ashley's eyes like we're romantically involved.
Exactly.
All right, moving on. We're so excited about our episode today, and I'm going to let Ashley introduce our guest.
As you can see, we have some guests here today. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're just listening, you did hear our friends already. We have Preslee and Lakelin here today with us. These guys have started a podcast. So they are on, what episode are you guys on?
3.
Oh,
We dropped 3 today. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So 3 today, and we know them through my son Sam and his wife Eden. They're very good friends with them, and through our church and a lot of different ways, different people, connections, that kind of thing. But when I saw that they were starting a podcast, Lindsay and I were talking, and we were like, "Oh, we have to have the girls on to kind of talk about it because it's so fun." Now we have some generations in between us. Just
not many.
Yeah, just a few. They could be our kids. Anyway, we wanted to have them on. We wanted to ask them a bunch of questions, that kind of thing. But do you guys just want to introduce yourself first?
Yeah, I'm Lakelin. I'm 20 years old. We go to Austin Christian University where Sam goes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana. I don't really know what else to say. What else should I say? We're cousins.
What do you love to do?
Yeah.
I guess.
Wait,
What do you love to do?
I love to spend time with my friends. I don't know. I don't even know what to say right now.
You're good. That's good.
But your cousins is a big one.
Yes.
Because I did not even know that.
Really?
Until today.
Really?
Not
Oh
until
my
she told
goodness.
me.
So
Yes.
I missed that. I don't know
A
how.
lot of people think that we're twins, which
Right.
is so funny.
Yeah.
So this
Because
is
we
what.
don't think we look alike.
Yeah. So you can introduce yourself, and then I'll tell you what I was going to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Preslee, and I'm 21. I also go to Austin Christian, because we're there together. I love being outside. I love hanging with our friends, our family, and we're both from Shreveport, obviously. So, because we're cousins.
Yeah.
But
Now, how are you cousins? Like.
Our moms are sisters.
Okay. Got it right.
Yes.
I told Lindsay
They're
that
literally
earlier.
just like y'all. It's crazy.
yeah, we're
Okay.
like, oh my gosh, they're like our
Yeah.
mom.
Whenever Sam and
Y'all's
Eden came and
relationship.
visited Louisiana, they were like, "This is crazy." Like personalities and everything. It's so funny.
Yes. So I joked. I was like, okay, I'll be honest. Maybe this should be my confession. For a long time, I didn't know who was Lakelin, who was Preslee.
Hey, we get that all the time.
All the time.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we get the same thing all the
Uh-huh.
time, where people are like, "Oh, hey, Lindsay," and I'm like, "Hey." I just don't even correct them
Yes,
anymore.
I'm the same
Yeah.
way. We do the same.
And I was like, forever, I was like, I didn't know who was who.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I saw the girls to Sam and Eden.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, who? And I was like,
For
both
sure.
of
I
them.
don't know.
Yeah, no, that's
no. It
fine.
literally happens to us all the time. Or I'll have our close friends be like, "Yeah, I was talking to Preslee that day," and I'm like, "I'm Preslee."
Like,
I just
yeah.
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 Or somebody
Like,
at church
no.
will be like, oh, I met you
Yes.
on Sunday. And I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, I think you met
That
Lindsay.
literally-
This
that
happened
happened-
yesterday.
Wait,
Yes.
yes. No, that happens all the time. This was when we were in Louisiana at our church. Preslee had just sang a song on worship, and someone came up to me and was like crying. I was like, "Thank you so much for ministering to me. It was so beautiful." And I said, "Thank you."
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we
Thank
do.
you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
just
we just
accept
accept
it.
it.
And like, you guys don't look alike. I mean, you
don't
look
think we-
similar.
I think it's just blue eyes, brown hair,
Yeah.
similar
Yeah,
heights.
Right.
But
Because we feel the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, we're like, we don't really look alike, but people do it all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's bad. It's really a lot. And we'll see people in the community,
Yeah.
and I'll call Ashley and be like, "Hey, I think I ran into somebody that you're friends with today," because they talked to me like they knew me,
Yes.
but I've never met them, so
Yeah.
I just continue the conversation and then
And you don't
told
want to be
Ashley.
rude. You're just like,
I had
"Yeah."
a teacher one time. No, she
Yeah.
had a teacher. as our kids went to school together, who came up to her because my oldest son was, I guess, in trouble. And she called me. She said, so Mr. Bowers told me that Parker's not been very good in choir lately.
Oh, yes.
And I was like, oh, thank you so much. Because she just acted like she was his mom.
I was like, I'll let him know.
He's in
That's
so
so
much
funny.
trouble.
Yes.
love it.
So that happens all the time with us too. So did you guys grow up together?
Yes.
Okay.
We were next door neighbors. So
Okay.
Yes.
all of our family lives in a pasture next door
Yeah.
to each other.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's
Do you have like a compound?
Yes.
So
Okay.
We're
we
all
always
there.
say we're like sisters. Like we just can go to our own houses.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yes.
we
And
need
her
to-
family's over for dinner, like almost like probably 5 nights out of the week.
Yeah.
Like, we
Okay.
just have family dinner. I don't know. We get lectured together. Like it's just
Oh, that's
like,
hilarious.
we're literally like sisters.
It is like your sisters.
Yeah.
We just
Okay.
always-
And what? How many years apart are your moms?
I
The
think
same
similar
as
as us. Yeah.
a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something
So,
like
very
that.
close.
Very
Year and a
close.
half. Yeah.
So what made you guys decide to go to ACU? And
Wow.
together, were y'all going to always
No,
go to
that
college
wasn't
together?
the plan. That's
I'd like to make this clear. We do
no,
not-
because people like think we're twins. They just think like if Preston's gonna do something, Lakelin's gonna do it
Yeah,
too, and everything.
right.
And that's really not
We
true.
actually-
The Lord has just kept us together and everything. We weren't planning to go to college together
Yes.
or anything. But Connor Champion, the president
Yeah.
of our college, he coached at Evangel. We went to high school.
Okay.
And he got close with my dad and everything. Long story short, he called my dad. Hey, I have a college that Lakelin and Preslee should come and look at. Long story short, yeah, we're there.
Yeah.
The Lord,
Okay.
Yes.
The Lord just made a way. We just felt so led to go there and had such peace about it. And
Yeah.
then he confirmed that in me first. And then I honestly didn't think Preslee was gonna go and everything
Yeah.
because when we came and toured, I was like, oh, this is it for me. And she was kind of on the fence about it still,
Yeah.
not about not being a good college and everything.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Why am I
was told-
telling your
was like,
story?
You
You
need to
go.
go here. I was like, this is like everything you want in a college.
Yeah.
And I was working at my church at the time, and every time I prayed about like moving, I just felt like the Lord kept telling me, okay, just be planted right now. Be planted right now. And so I was like, I'm not even going to talk about this. With the Lord. I was like, you know how you're just like,
Yeah.
every time I try to think I'm going to do something, I'm like, I just need to be planted. And so I was telling Lincoln, I was like, you need to go. This is like everything we prayed for. And then by the end of the weekend, I was like, okay, I'm going with you. We're coming together. Because I was like, I cannot. There's just everything we prayed for in school. So
Yeah. And then you guys have Walker, who is
which is a
both your
whole
cousin.
We both claim him, but he's my cousin. So
Okay.
my dad and his mom are brother and
Got
sister.
it. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so-
And
So
he
it's-
is at school also, and you guys all
Yes.
came kind of together.
Yeah, we all
Yeah.
came together, and
Right.
we brought another
Crazy.
friend from Shreveport. So
Okay.
we're just bringing everybody.
Yeah.
but we all
So,
love it.
so technically, if Preslee wanted to date Walker, it wouldn't be like cousins dating cousins,
It
like
would be weird.
the Louisiana and Alabama.
Technically, yeah, technically
Alabama
no,
family.
but it's kind of like the adopted in.
Yes.
So
He
it
is my
would be
cousin.
weird.
We always
Yes.
say.
We have the same thing.
Just
I mean,
saying, if you ever come back and you're like, date my cousin.
Yes. It almost starts to get embarrassing when you start talking about your family
Yeah, it
and like
does.
all the connections and who's who.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of our kids go to Lee University in Tennessee, and it's the same way. Like they all went together, plus a couple of friends. I think everybody thinks they're all related.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It just kind of gets a little bit.
It gets weird
Yeah.
a little bit. It does. It gets weird at our location for church because,
Yeah.
you know, our
Everyone's
cousin's
excited.
husband is the pastor. And then, you
Oh
know,
wait, I
Tyler.
didn't realize that.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. Yes.
That's your cousin?
Yes.
I did
Our
not
moms
know
are
this.
sisters.
Yes.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Our
Okay.
moms are sisters.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
hmm
Wow.
So it just got really weird.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I tried to teach the connection point, which is the, you know, people who don't
Yeah.
know, it's like the class to kind of get to know the church. And one time I went down that rabbit hole and I was like, why did I tell this? I was like,
Yeah.
oh, so the pastor's, you know, wife is my cousin and my sister's the campus coordinator. And my nephew, he leads worship. And my brother-in-law did the prayer welcome. And my son plays the, okay, this is getting weird. I was
Yeah.
like,
It
I'm
just
done.
keeps going.
I'm done.
Our
I was
friend
like,
the other day was trying to explain it to another person that's on staff, and she got it on a piece of paper literally and was like doing the family
Wrote it down.
tree.
It's so funny. People ask us the same thing, and I'm like,
That's
I
so
just
funny.
don't even.
And then I'm
Yeah.
like, is that not the most Alabama thing ever?
That's the problem.
You know what I mean?
Is it is so the reason why people
Yeah.
make fun of these
Y'all
South
it's
have
like
the Alabama
true.
jokes. I think that's so funny.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I talked about you dating your cousin
I love it.
because you are from Louisiana.
Yeah.
You're not that
Alabama,
far.
we
Down
did.
there.
We're
Very
pretty close.
similar.
Yeah,
Very
very similar.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Or I'm just like, I can't. People, I realize how many cousins we have now. Because
Yeah.
when we were living in Louisiana, I was like, oh yeah, our cousin over there, you know. And then we moved. Everybody's like, who's your cousin? How are y'all connected? Family tree, the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, we actually have a ton
There's a lot of
cousins.
them. Yeah.
Like,
There's a lot of us.
Yeah.
we're all here now, you know. So it's
That's awesome. I love it. So there's like such a connection there too, just
Yeah.
with the families
Yeah.
and stuff. But tell us about your podcast, what it's called, how you guys kind of,
Yeah.
what made you want to do it? Like, who do you want to reach? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah. You wanna go?
Jinx.
Wow.
We do this all the time on our podcast and everything.
Yes.
You go.
Okay, yeah. So our podcast is called the Live Free Podcast, and really for years we had in our heart, we just felt like the Lord kept stirring that so many girls in our generation don't know they can live truly free. You know, we live in a world where we're told you have to live with these things and you just have to like cope. And so we're like, no, you can have true freedom in Jesus. And basically we had talked, podcasts had a really great impact in our lives. So we were like, oh, it would be cool to do a podcast one day. And we're like, okay, we're kind of in the podcast wave. Like, we don't know if this is from the Lord. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is this something that we just want to do, or is it from the Lord? And then we had a family friend come stay with us, and she was like, we were having a random conversation. And she was like, have you guys ever thought about starting a podcast? And we're like, actually, we have. And we started laughing. And she was like, well, the Holy Spirit is saying it's time. And she was like, don't hold back and talk about the hard conversations. Like, be vulnerable, be authentic, and go there. And we're like, oh my gosh, it's like our confirmation, you know?
Yeah.
And so really we just want to reach girls our age and, I mean, just our generation to know, like, you can be set free from things that you feel bound in. And
That's awesome.
stuff
Yeah,
like that. So,
that's so cool.
And I think like a part of the heart of it is we want it to be like big sister talk. We never, Presley's older than me, so like, yeah, we had that. But as a whole, we didn't really have like a big sister or mentor in our lives. And we listened to a podcast like Sadie Robertson's, whoa, that's a good podcast and everything. And when we listened to it so much, it started to feel like, wow, this is sister advice. And so we want that to be an outlet for girls that maybe feel like they don't have that, where they can just listen and get some sound truth and what the Lord says. And
Yeah. So was it like hard to start? Were you guys intimidated by it? Like,
So
yes.
intimidated.
So intimidated. I think there were so many fears. I mean, y'all know that too, but there were so many. The big fear was just fear of man. What are people gonna think?
Yeah.
Because I feel like so many people start podcasts. It's just like a thing people do now, and so if you have that mindset and everything, but we just realized like the Lord asked that of us, and so we're just giving him our yes. And also it's super intimidating because of the workload, like we were talking about earlier. There's so much that goes into it. I'm like, we're getting in over our heads and everything. But yeah, what about you? Just like that?
I think we just were like, oh, are people gonna think you're just like one to hear yourself talk?
Yeah.
Just things like that.
Yes. Yeah. Like,
Think
what's a
you're, like,
perception that
Yes.
people think? Like, why are you starting a podcast? Are you trying to get famous? Are you trying to be an influencer?
Yes. You're trying to be big.
Yeah.
You're trying to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they only knew how hard that is.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so that was like, we were just really thinking about what are people going to think, and then we were like, okay, we don't know what we're doing, so it just felt like a huge thing. And then when we got to ACU, one of our friends, we were talking with Campbell, and she was like, what do you feel like the Lord put in your heart? And I told her, she's like, I feel like I'm supposed to help y'all do this. And we're like,
That's awesome.
really? You know, and so then we
didn't have anybody say that to us.
No. We still don't.
Just kidding.
This would be the reason why we're sitting so close.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
It's awesome. But yeah, so then it was like, oh, like, we had like people, you know, great communities around us, like, hey, we believe in you guys, just do it, you know, don't be scared to just do it afraid, you know. So that's what we did.
That's awesome. What are like, you guys kind of mentioned it, but like some of the topics you guys want to talk about? I know the one that dropped today was about insecurity.
Yeah.
And you had some of your best friends on to talk about that. I started listening to it. I haven't finished. But yeah, what are some topics you guys are excited about talking about?
Yeah, I think our next one that we're planning to do right now is on shame.
Yeah.
Just like the heavy
good.
topics like that. I know that might seem like a really heavy one, but like we really want to hit on that because I feel like a lot of girls deal with that for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Other ones, why can't I wrote these down? What's another one that
We
you
have
think
lists
of?
upon lists.
Yeah, I like have
On
I
our
wrote these all
phones.
down.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we would love to have like relationship ones, like married couples, because we're like, we want older, you know, people to come in, but we also want like fun sister talks, so we'll do like deeper ones where it's like shame, insecurity, or like
identity.
Yeah, identity. And then some that are like, okay, let's have a fun conversation.
Yeah.
You know, so kind of a mixture of things, but we always wanted to point back to like living free.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it just for girls?
Well, it started out that way, but then we realized this is for all people. Like, even at AC, like, our listeners are basically all from our school right now, and all the guys listen to it. And we're like, guys, we love y'all so much. It's so nice to listen. So now we've kind of, like, branched out. So it's for
we had
all
Walker
now.
on,
Yeah.
and our cousin Walker, so we're like, okay, well, we'll just do a mixture of it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it is kind of hard when you're two girl hosts of a podcast or women, whatever. Like, you're going to reach more women.
Well, you are. I mean,
You
I have to
know.
even catch myself saying,
Yeah.
if you're a lady, I mean, guys too, you know,
Yes.
like even though it's not just for women. Oh man, what was just so y'all know, our dating episode, which was probably our second.
Yeah, it was our
So
second
we didn't
episode.
have video yet. We only did audio. We have like almost more listeners. It's one of our highest episodes. We have a dating part 1 and a dating part 2. So it's definitely, my point is, it's definitely something people want to hear about.
Yes.
So if you girls talk about that, I think that would be awesome, just because it's for sure.
Yeah, we're at the point where we have to ask people, like, can you give us some ideas?
No, we are.
You know,
yes.
because you're like so limited
Yeah.
in what you kind of think.
We've
and then-
had different ideas that
Yeah.
honestly
Most
have been
of our
almost,
episodes this
season have been ideas from
wow.
other people.
Yeah.
Because it's like you can go there in your mind as much as you can, but sometimes you need outside perspective, being like, but this is what I want to hear from y'all. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even think anything about it. Like some of these ideas I would never even thought about.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just
That's
good
a
to.
great way to do it.
Oh,
It's
for
good to get
sure.
other people to like kind of. We actually
Yeah.
just had some people like email us, and we were like, "Hey, can you just give us a list of different things?" Some like real creative people.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
that's a great
just,
idea.
Just
yeah.
suggestions.
No, we need to
Yeah.
do that. We'd be like,
Yeah.
tell us what you
I know. Is there
Yeah.
anything that you wish you wouldn't have known, like because they're just now getting started?
Yes, tell us.
Yeah, tell us everything.
That
Oh, about
yeah,
recording.
like that we didn't know when we started. Like you wish you would have known.
I mean, I think that for me, like, I wasn't really nervous about this, but I am the unfiltered one. But I feel like you were kind of nervous right at first. And then I feel like once we did that first episode, you were like,
Well-
oh, that wasn't that hard.
Yeah, I think it's just like
You were nervous about, I think, the flow, right?
yeah.
Or could
I
we
mean, just
do
never
it?
doing it, not
Yeah.
doing anything. But honestly, our conversations feel like that we have whether there's a mic in front of us or not. Like we talk on the phone a lot and see
Yeah.
each other and just in each other's lives. And so it was really like no different than that. You know, I think we've learned over time that just consistency is really key.
Yes.
And it, just what we were talking about before,
Yeah.
before we started, we were talking with the girls and we were like, you know, one, we come kind of casual. Sometimes we don't have makeup on. Lindsay has a hat on. I do too. I have
wet hair.
episodes, right? Like we kind of were like, this isn't going to be perfect and that's okay. It's not really
Yeah.
supposed to be.
Yeah,
for sure.
And that's kind of, I think, helped us relax and kind of put our guard down
Yeah.
as to like
That's-
yeah.
what we talk about and how it goes. And if, I mean, honestly, a lot of ours are very loosely scripted and we just
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah,
And
that's
so we just have some moments where we've laughed so hard and it's like nobody wants to hear us laugh like that.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just think it kind of like made everything a lot more
Yeah, you
relaxing.
can feel like yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
And I
Sure.
think like we will get opinions from people about some different things.
Yeah.
And I think it's good to like welcome the opinions, but then also to just remember like you girls are just doing a podcast. Like you're
Yeah.
like you said,
Right.
like I'm not striving to be famous. We're not trying to be big. We never that was never our intentions. Like
Yeah.
our intention was if the Lord wants us to do this to encourage anyone at all, even if that's one person,
Yeah.
we will do it. And I think for me, because I see the numbers, Ashley doesn't see all that. I have to just remember that as my
Yeah.
focus. Like, yes, Lord, I will do things to make this better if you want me to,
Mm-hmm.
but it's more people than we ever thought were going to listen to our podcast. And we have people who comment to us, like, or who come talk to us about it that we had no idea even knew we had a podcast. And so for us, I would just say like, that's been a huge thing just to keep like whoever looks at numbers, just to not really let it ever be your focus. Cause really,
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
because you can take from it and be like, oh, it seems like more people liked when we talked about this subject and maybe we can round back to that. But also that's just not if that really was never your focus in the first place,
Right.
you
Yeah.
got to almost kind of keep it that way. So, and just not really care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I have had people say like, you should get a better camera or a microphone, and I'll say right back to them, do you want to contribute to our GoFundMe?
That's a great comeback. I
I think you just don't know what's behind some
Not,
things.
yeah, they're not mean. Nobody's mean. Everybody's so sweet.
They wanna
they're
help
like,
you.
they do. Or they're like, oh my gosh, I heard clinking and I didn't know what it was. And I'm like, well, sorry. Like, I won't do that again. But we're literally in my kitchen.
Yeah.
You know, like, and then I have like my husband or some people say like, that's what's endearing about it is it's just normal life.
It's
like
real,
you're literally sitting in your kitchen. Like you're not trying to make it something else, and it's just life. So anyways,
I like the real videos, you know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
it's like authentic and it feels super.
it doesn't have to feel
Scripted,
stiff.
just-
No,
Yes.
like it
Doesn't
can
feel
be
stiff,
you.
Yeah.
Obviously, I do think there's a level of with the podcast, like respecting people's privacy. Like I do think there's some of that because I'm, like I said, I'm the unfiltered one, so I can tend to just tell all. And so I do have to remind myself, like there are things that we don't need to tell and always be encouraging, you know. But then there are things that are just funny.
Yeah,
Like
they're
we
just
just
like
did our
things.
Enneagram episode that we posted, and I just, you know, we did the first one, which was with Ashley's husband, Jeremy, and that was more informational. And I just called Ashley and I was like, how can we talk about people and their Enneagram numbers, but they be okay with it?
Like
and
in our
so
family.
in our
Yeah.
family. And so I texted out. I didn't necessarily ask for permission. I just said,
She sort of
a-
just told us.
This is what we're doing.
just a heads up. We're going to go through everyone's Enneagram number on our upcoming episode. And we just thought it would be really funny. And we hope you guys are okay with it. Okay. And we got like 3 hearts out of 23 people.
I think I just love that you guys just were like, this is something we want to do. We feel like God's put it on our heart and you just did it. Because I think so many times we kind of hold back, like when it's something new and you're navigating and you're like, I don't know. And I love that you kind of got wise counsel. It sounds like that someone's spoken to your life and you listen and you're like, well, let's do this.
I agree.
You know?
I think that what I was thinking about is I think it's a lot easier for someone our age to hop into this world because we are to the age where we don't really care as much.
Yeah, that's true.
What people think about us. We're married. We have guys who love us. We have kids who love us. Like it's a lot. There's a lot more confidence there. It is a lot harder to do this at your age.
Yeah.
To put yourself out there and to just say, oh, well, you like, I'm confident in who I am and in Christ and I'm going to do it. So that's amazing, first of all. And I think there's a lot of people that are looking for those kind of podcasts. I think there's because podcasts are huge with people your age. And I think a lot of them are looking for people they can relate with, you know, but be encouraged. So Ashley knows this, and I say it all the time on the podcast. One thing I see in a lot of girls, like y'all's age probably, is such a lack of confidence in who they are. And I said what it does is it becomes a cycle because what happens is it goes from lack of confidence who they are, who Jesus created them to be, probably partially due to how they grew up maybe. Then what they do is they don't break that because they don't have anyone speaking into them, and then they go into marriage that way. Then they're not confident as a wife, and then they parent that way, and it starts over. The
That's
cycle
so
starts
true.
over, and then their kids are not confident in who they are in Jesus. So our parents really taught us, like my mom and dad were like, this is what the word says about you. I don't care what anyone else says. This is what we know to be true. So I feel like me, Wade, and Ashley kind of always grew up pretty confident, not cocky, but confident in who we are in Jesus and what God's created us to do. And I think having 2 girls your age who I think are confident in who you are, I think to be able to speak into other people your age to kind of stop what the enemy has planned for a lot of these young girls is huge, you know?
Thank you
So
that means so much.
You know, we want we want girls to. That's what our goal is. That girls would know their identity in the Lord.
Yeah.
And they can walk confident in their gifting and their calling.
Yeah.
But even like y'all's family, we've talked about this so much. Like Sam, Eden, they're so confident in who they are, and that's encouraged us so much. Like just watching the way they live their lives, and I'm like, they have just this confidence that is just so great, you know. So like, y'all's family and generations have impacted our family, you know. And it's like, and even the podcast stuff. So it's like so cool. But that's our goal, and thank you for saying that. 'Cause
thank
that
you
means so much.
Yeah.
We're like, we want the podcast to be it's like generations are impacted through confidence and their identity in the Lord and stuff. So.
Who's kind of like shaped you guys the most? Like you're 20 and 21 and like, so I do want to ask some like questions, just, you know, again, Lindsey, it's obvious that we're removed from that age and we have kids y'all's age, you know, but like, I love the next generation and speaking to them, and especially ones who I think just represent Christ so well. And so like, who has shaped you guys? Like what has shaped you as young women who love the Lord and you know, walk that out?
I feel like our answers are going to be really similar.
Definitely.
Our family.
Yeah.
This is also like a similarity in our stories. Like we lost our grandma, our mom's mom.
Yeah.
And she like completely shaped who we are in Christ.
Yeah.
And the same with like our parents and everything. She taught our moms and their brother to walk in confidence in the Lord the way that y'all's mom did the same thing and everything. So I would say she's actually inspired a lot of, she's inspired our podcast in general and just the things she used to share with us. She like always like told us how to live free in the Lord. Whenever I think about like the quote that I want to live my life by is by running to the roar, and that's something she always shared with us and everything. And so that's what we're doing in this podcast and everything and in our lives. And that's like, she's the reason I'm at the school. She's the reason I've like said yes to the Lord and everything. And I think the same with Preslee. So my grandmother, my mom who does the same thing. The people in my lives that have shaped me, definitely them.
Our family for sure. And I think also we had youth pastors and mentors in our life that were like, our parents were both like, okay, we're going to always point you to the Lord, but it's great to have mentors outside of us that you can go and talk to. And so when we were in high school, we're like, okay, we want to have mentorship. And we got really close with our youth pastors and then we both started nannying for our pastor, Sarah, and we got to watch their family. And so I really always say, we nannied for you, but you did more for us than we did for you.
For sure.
Because she was just like, hey, I'm taking you along with me and we're going to go do this. And I have to watch her, you know? So that really like shaped so much who I am. That was 5 years of high school, you know, like pivotal years where I just got to watch her with her kids when she goes, you know, like
be a mom, be a
things.
wife, be a pastor's wife, all that.
Yeah, so definitely our family and then like leaders that were like, okay, we need outside people too, you know, to speak into us. And so they're huge leaders in our life. And then I would say our pastor Denny and Dianza, they like inspire us so much. It's like, hey, just go do the radical thing with the Lord, you know? So just watching them, but those are our
That's such a huge blessing. I just think the older I've gotten, we kept similar situation when we were 20, 21, whatever. We could say the same story almost exactly. But the older I've gotten, and I've seen what a rarity that is. Like I don't know if I grasped that at 20 or 21, and you guys seems like you guys do more. But I would just what a blessing that is to have the generational just faith being passed down, you know, and how important that is, and how people can do that. That's a passion of ours for people to understand that as well. But do you guys have like a word that God's speaking like over your life right now at all?
That's a good question. Yeah, it's a great question. I feel like for me, it's just to be still. And that's really hard for me because I'm such a perfectionist and I want to have A through Z planned out exactly. And so especially in the season of life, like I graduate next year, we both graduate next year. It's like, okay, what am I going to do? What's the plan and everything? And he hasn't told me, and that's okay. And so I just feel like being still, and actually it's an everyday battle for me. And so the past month or so, I feel like I've finally been able to be like, okay, Lord, it's yours. And he's like igniting dreams and visions in my life. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to continue to be still. And so even with the podcast and everything, I just, instead of like having to like go 90 to nothing, I'm like, okay, Lord, it's yours.
That's great.
Yeah, that's great. I don't know if I have like a certain word, but I think living open-handed and then being bold, I feel like the Lord's really breaking off things where I'm like, okay, I'm not afraid to step anymore, where I used to feel like maybe I'm scared to step because I'm scared I'm going to miss it. And now I'm like, I'm not going to miss it. I'm not being afraid to fail. And that's what I feel like starting the podcast has helped that. It's like, okay, we're just going to take steps and not be afraid to fail and just be bold, you know?
And do it scared.
Live open-handed with that. And so that's been really a big thing lately. It's like, okay, and it's like a deeper step of like, okay, Lord, reveal to me what you say about me in this way, because where I've been scared once, now I feel like I'm breaking through that. You know?
That's great.
Do y'all feel like a lot of pressure for what the future looks like? Like you mentioned that a little bit just at your age. And do you feel like that's across the board? Do people your age feel that way? Just to have it all figured out?
I think so, because I can even think back to high school. I remember being a sophomore, and a lot of people were like, yeah, I'm going to be a nurse, I'm going to do this, I'm going to be whatever, a lawyer, all the things, and I didn't know, but they were like, well, you need to know. Like, you got to figure out, like, where are you going to go to college? You need to know your degree path and everything. And so I think it starts young, you know, and I think that's such a lie, because I feel like society tells you have to fit into a certain mold. You have to go to college, you have to do this, you have to get a degree, you have to get a good job, you have to make this amount of money and everything. So I think there is a certain amount of pressure there, for sure.
I think it's just like pressure to have it figured out, like you were saying, but also like what everyone else is doing. So you feel like, okay, if someone's doing this, then I have to have something figured out. And so you hear all those stories of like, well, I love this. I feel like for so long I didn't know, okay, what am I even passionate about? You know, like everyone has their passion. And then I'm like, do I need to go to college? What am I going to do? I ended up waiting to go to college. And that was kind of a season where I'm like, okay, wait, I don't have to have it figured out. And still even moving, I'm like, well, Austin was not on my radar at all. Like I never even knew anything about Austin. So now I'm kind of at this point where I'm like, well, everything I thought like what my life was going to look like in the past 2 years has shifted so much. So now I feel like there's a weight lifted, but I remember feeling that like pressure to like have it figured out. And now I'm learning like nobody has it figured out. It's step by step, and like there's different things the Lord will unravel to you about your passions and things like that. And so, but I definitely think it's a thing across the board with our age. It's like, what are you passionate about? What do you want to go to do? What do you want to start up and like do? And sometimes you just don't know.
Yeah. I think that it's the disadvantage of social media and the fact that there's so much access to everything. Because when we were in college, we didn't have social media. And so like you only knew what was right in front of you. And so you didn't know, you didn't know what everyone else was doing.
Yeah, even your comparison was so limited.
It was so
to your
limited.
Friend group, or you didn't know. And then like anybody on like TV was just so out there, that wasn't a thing, right? But social media kind of brings it down to like, you feel like all these people are on your same level, except they're so much further than you. And so like the comparison game is so hard.
And you don't even know what's real. You don't even know it's real. Know. Like, oh, that's cool. They're 20 and they're influencers and married and already have like $1 million house. And do they? Do they? You don't know. Are they in debt? Are they not? Are they trying to keep up with the Joneses? Is this? I mean, you just don't know. And I just think that that's the unfortunate part, because when I was in college, I had nothing figured out, man. I just wanted to get married. I didn't really care. And then I like made $9 an hour and I was like, we'll be fine. Living by faith. And it was just, and it was just, we didn't have it figured out. And we knew we wanted to get married and have kids one day, but it was just, you almost were forced to just like, well, one, you just didn't know things. And two, you just lived by faith because you were like, God's going to work it out. Going to figure it out. I mean, I can't know what I'm going to be doing in 20 years, but for whatever reason now, it's like everybody thinks you should know what you're doing in 5 years, 10 years, which is crazy. You don't know. You can't know. And then when you peg it and that doesn't happen, people get stressed. And that's when things get into their own hands versus letting the Lord just do his thing. And I think that when we talk about this, like even with just us and different opportunities, like if you make yourself available, then the Lord's going to be able to do far beyond what we could imagine or what you could imagine. But the problem is so many people aren't available because they already have everything planned out.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's not how God works. Sorry.
How an advantage living open, because you're like, okay, well, now I'm not putting you in a box. I have to do this. I'm disappointed. And then you have to work through the disappointment.
And the expectations and all the things. And it's just actually so much better to just be like, hey, Lord, I will take the next step where you want me to take it. But I trust you above anything else. I don't care what my friends are doing. I don't care, because I know you have a great plan for me. And I would rather your plan than any plan that I could imagine, So, but I think it is just so much harder because there's so much in front of y'all all the time.
So much.
How have you guys navigated social media and things like that?
Oh gosh. Well, I definitely, I'm always like trying to reevaluate.
That's for sure.
It's literally like, I'm like, okay, sometimes I'm scrolling all the time and then I'll go a few weeks without it. Okay. But I think sometimes it can be good because it's inspiring in some ways.
What age did y'all get it? Did you get like social media? Do you remember?
I was in 7th grade, which looking back, I'm like, that is so young. But I was like everyone else had it way younger than me in my class, and I was like, but now looking back, I'm like, oh my gosh, 7th grade, 12 years old is crazy, But I was like super restricted on it. It was like, okay, you can have a little time on it. You can have a private account, only my mom had it on her phone, and so I never had Snapchat. I just had Instagram, and then like later on TikTok. My parents were like, "You're not getting Snapchat," and then
that's how I've been. None of my kids have had Snapchat.
That's great.
Mine have, and it was not a good experience.
Guess what? That's why my oldest was like, "Can I get Snapchat?" And he never really pushed me. And then I go, "I'm going to talk to Aunt Ashley," and Ashley was like, "I hate it." And then literally, he goes, "What did Aunt Ashley?" I said, "She said she hates it," and he was like, "I'm not getting it." I was like, "Nope." And then it was like none of them have really pushed me since then. I'm sorry, I let your kids be the guinea pigs.
For sure.
But I was like, thank you.
We were like, my parents, you had it for a little bit, right?
I had it, this is also like funny how I said like we kind of got lectured the same way and not parented the same. Yeah, it was really similar. Our parents were really close. But I got Instagram whenever Preslee got Instagram. So I don't know how. No, I was not 10. I was 12. I think you were like 13 or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's 10 years old. But still, that's still really young and everything. It was on my mom's phone, and so that's how I was able to get on it. And it's so funny. I was going through my archives the other day, and it's like a picture of my cat. And I'm like, hashtag love my cat. Like, what? But I had Snapchat for like, I think a year, and then when I was a freshman in high school, I felt the Lord telling me to delete it, and I deleted it. And I'm so thankful that I did, and I saw like what it did, not what it did to all my friends, but how it affected their lives. And I think a lot of their identity was rooted in that, how many boys are on my roster and everything. And so I'm just so thankful I deleted it and everything. But
I feel like there was so much pressure to have it, and if I felt like weird that I didn't have it. And now looking back, I'm just so glad that I'm like, I literally tell my parents, like, thank you for not letting me have it. So, but
I don't know if Snap is still a thing.
It's not as
I
big
say
as
that because my kids, none of them have asked
they're
for
like,
it.
they don't care for it.
None of them have not since my boys asked for it. None of them have asked for it.
I remember
my
it
girls
being, like,
haven't, and I have a freshman in high school, and she hasn't asked for it.
Yeah, it was like huge when I was like a freshman.
It was big. It was
when my boys were in high
huge.
school.
It was huge when they were in high school.
And I don't think all social media is bad, and I also don't think social media is going away. So we have to teach our kids how to handle it, and our kids have to learn how to handle it. Now, I am impressed with like my boys now, Lindsay's, like, or even I hear, and you guys, and a lot of them are Christian young adults. Being like, you know what, I'm taking a break on Instagram, or I'm taking a break on Snapchat, or whatever it is. And I'm impressed with that, because I think like now they're owning it, and kind of like, but even adults, even for us, we have to like be like, you know what, I'm like doom scrolling all the time, or this is what I go to, like constantly going to my phone, and what does that look like, you know? But I just know for girls, especially, we talk about this, social media looks different for girls and guys. You know, for guys, they struggle with something probably a lot different than girls. With girls, I think it does a lot of comparison, not being invited to the party. These people are doing this, and I'm not doing that. And like, was there ever a time that you guys had to go through that kind of season of it being harder than other seasons? Or?
I think a lot of comparison stems from that and everything. And I like can remember having social media and be like, oh, I don't look like that. I don't talk like that. I don't have that many followers. My friends are doing this, I'm not doing that. And so I think that was a big learning season for me and everything, and a lot of growth with the Lord happened in them in that time. And that's when I really had to find my identity. Like, what am I rooted in? Am I rooted in like how many followers I have, how many comments I have, what I look like? No, I'm rooted in what the Word of God says about me.
That's awesome.
And that's like, I think it's a hard process to get there whenever the world is screaming at you to be a certain way or fit a certain mold or have this, have that, and everything. But it just takes a lot of what's the word? What is it called? Consistency. So,
but I mean, but you came from like a solid family who taught you those things. There's so many people out there who do that and don't come from anyone who's showing them anything. Y'all should do an episode about social media.
We should. That's a great idea. We're taking the idea.
And tell your experience, because like
we can talk about it.
We can talk about it, but it's not going to have the same impact because the people are going to be like, oh, they're in their 40s. They don't really know social media wasn't a thing when they were in high school, which is valid.
And we can talk more about like parenting through that. Even that has been such a trial and error.
Yeah, for sure.
To figure it out.
It has. And so like, but hearing from someone who actually was in the era when all that was big, like Snapchat was big and all the things. And even when other teenagers or parents hear somebody say, I'm so glad that my parents didn't let me get Snapchat, that is so encouraging to them. You know, like to hear that, like, okay, I'm going to keep going because maybe one day they might not see it now, but one day. You know, so like I think that's like, I just think that would be a great episode.
That's a great idea. We definitely should. Yeah.
That's like the biggest thing I feel like that people struggle with. It's so prominent in everything we do.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is. And how do you navigate it in the right way? And where can we say, oh, this is good from it, but how can we reject the stuff that's not good? You know, those are just all things that would probably be really good to hear.
What about like dating and things like that?
Dating. Wow. Like with social media?
No, just like in general for your generation. That's
so
again
interesting.
So removed from it.
It's so different.
So interesting. We were just talking about this the other night with our aunt and uncle, and it was just like everyone is doing every different way. And then like even within the Christian world, there's so many different opinions that you're just like, what is the right way to do it, you know? But we haven't dated a lot, but we don't
it's been a long time.
Yeah,
but I think
she said it's been a long time.
And that was also like in high school, so I wouldn't take any advice from me in high school. But we were talking about this and how different, even like the Christian world, different pastors will be like, okay, no, dating is so serious. You have to wait for your husband, make sure it's like someone you're going to date and everything. And then the other side is saying, oh, it's just fun. Go do whatever, hang out with whoever. And I feel like there's such a healthy balance of that. Yes, be wise, seek the Lord and everything. Is this a person that you think, like, does he have the qualities in a husband that you want one day? Do I want the next person I date to be my husband? 100%.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
That's ideal.
And everything. Yes, but you can't close yourself off to that and be like, well, I don't know if I'm going to marry him. I can't go on a date.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
There's just two different extremes.
Well, again,
to that.
I mean, I even have told my oldest, he's in college, and I'm like, things can happen organically. And organically means hanging out as friends in the group. And then if you have some sort of interest in that girl, you could pursue different ways to hang out as friends. You don't have to see a girl, think she's good looking, and then be like, I'm going to ask her on a date. wait a minute. I thought that, I mean, maybe we're old school, but I kind of thought you got to know him as friends first, and then the guy asks the girl on a date because you already are friends to the point that you know that you might be interested. Maybe I'm crazy. I know there's other ways to go about it, but that just feels to me like a lot less heartache or stress or nervousness because you're going on a date with somebody you don't know. You know, it's like, why can't we just hang out as friends? Like, you know, like, I just don't get it. But a lot of people skip that step these days, it feels like.
So true. I think social media has been a big factor in that. That's what we were talking about the other night, is like, it jumps so serious so fast. Where it's like, okay, you're texting all the time, maybe Snapchatting, or you met online, and that's really big right now. So it's like, okay, we're so serious without even seeing each other real. Like, how you act in front of people, how you act in different places. But I think being friends first is like the best thing, and that's ideal, because we even said the other day, I was like, for so long, I feel like there was so much seriousness. I'm like, it's great to just be friends. Like, that's I would rather get to have great friends and then when the Lord brings, like, if there's a friend that I have, I'm like, okay, great. Like, I see great qualities in him, but it's like, I feel like we're in our generation where it's like everybody just wants a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and then it's like we're just jumping to, not everybody, I don't want to speak for everybody, but like we're just jumping from relationship to relationship. It's like, just have great friendships, hang out with people, but it's hard to navigate because then it's like people make it serious, or it's like super, just go on a date with everybody, and you get asked out, go on to dinner, and so it's like hard to know. So maybe that's advice you guys could give us. Like, how do you guys tell your kids to navigate that stuff? Where it's like, go on the date or don't go on the date, or, you know.
Oh, gosh, it's hard.
It's hard also because we have boys that are older. And it's so, like, I mean, we have girls, but they're just not there yet. So it's like different because the boys are the pursuers, should be the pursuers. Right? Hopefully. Should be.
It's weird, I feel like, for y'all's generation to me. Like, when I look at it, and I'm sure that our parents probably thought our generation was weird when we were dating as well. But we didn't have, like, dating apps, first of all. None of that.
We didn't have phones.
We didn't have phones.
So there's no texting.
I wish we didn't.
So there's no, like, you actually had to have face-to-face interaction.
But, like, my big thing, and that I've just, like, observed a little bit, is that, like, one, I feel like guys need to be bold enough to ask. And that doesn't happen, you know. But then the girls need to just say yes. You're just going to coffee. You know what I mean? Like, you're not signing your marriage license when they ask you to go to coffee. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like that's lost a little bit. Like, where the guys are bold enough just to ask on a date, and the girls also, because everybody feels like it might be more serious than it is at that moment. But I think it's just a date. And you do have to have wisdom and discernment, and the Holy Spirit leads you. Like, you're not just going to, if you know someone's not a believer, like, you're not going to go to coffee with them. You know what I mean? Like, because I do think your intent is for marriage. So there are some things you know before, ahead of time. But I don't know. I just feel like it's so interesting watching y'all's
I think what's
generation
tricky
date.
is that what we have heard and seen is you have some people who won't ever date because they're waiting for the perfect person. So then that's extreme. That's extreme. No one's going to be
unfair.
perfect.
It's
Yeah.
unfair.
It is. Even honest to goodness, even if a guy you don't think like, oh, he's like the cutest person ever, you can fall in love and think that guy is so cute once you know them. Like you don't have to think they're like the best looking person the first time you meet them. I really don't believe that. But then on the flip side, I think if you're getting asked to go to coffee by a guy you've already been hanging out with as friends, you know if you like them at that point. You know what I'm saying? But what's happening is no one hangs out as friends, because what I was told was that when guys and girls intermingle, there's always this assumption that they like that person. They like that. They can't just be friends. Like apparently there's not a way to hang out as friends without there being these weird assumptions. And then that breaks off the whole, that's why the whole friend thing is not happening.
That's so true.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. Parker hangs out with girls all the time at Lee, like just as friends. I mean, so maybe it's the environment. I don't know.
In our guy and girl groups, like friends, people did start dating.
They did. Well, no,
I mean, because
that
they were
you
friends.
do.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what I mean?
organic. But the point is like what I was told was like this one person told me, a guy, I'm not going to say who it is because we all know them, said that he can't even go out with groups that have girls in it because these girls automatically assume that he might like one of them. And he's like, I can't even do that. And so, I don't know. It's just this one extreme to the other.
Yeah.
And it's just be friends. Just be friends. And if something organically happens, great. I mean, that's what happened with me and my husband.
Yeah.
We all just hung out, you know, and then eventually like, I liked him and he took forever to ask me on a date, but whatever. You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
That's just
and
what I think.
just I think too, just being very prayerful and not obsessed with it, but just mindful and prayerful and having the Holy Spirit just lead you. Like with anything else in life, you know, you'll figure it out. But it is a very interesting.
It's so interesting.
But I for
dating
sure
culture,
it
I
is.
feel like.
I for sure would tell my kids like, let it happen organically and be friends first. I really, if you can. I think it's really hard. I would not have said yes to some rando who asked me on a date if I didn't know him at all.
Yeah. Oh no. No, probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, I would need to know a little bit about them.
Know them, you know? So I'm just saying, like, I definitely would say.
I think because I have so many boys, like, I feel bad for boys when they ask girls out and they get shut down.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that's a hard move. Like, for
So
a boy
glad
to
I'm
act.
not
And I'm talking about, like, a Christian guy
Yeah.
to step out there and do that. And on the other end, there were like guys I knew that was like, no way, Jose, I'm not going
no,
to
for sure.
Even though they're a believer, I just know this isn't going to work or whatever. So I don't know. It's just
Really a subject you just have to trust the Lord with.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
literally just be like, God, when the right guy comes.
And I do think that happens. I've had countless conversations with girls even in the last few years that they're like so want to be married, want a boyfriend, so sad they don't have that, and literally within like a year they're married, engaged, and about to get married.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like they're did I say married?
Yeah, you said married.
Sorry,
They're
I meant
dating,
engaged, and they're about to get married. And I'm like, see, I mean, like it just can happen so fast when you least expect
I think
it.
the point is just not to focus on it. Let it be your main focus. And then when it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
You know, so as long as as long as we're not trying to plan out our futures here and we're in the right place where God wants us, he's going to, that person's going to come into
Are y'all going to do a dating episode?
Should.
We are.
I want to get it. You guys should come on.
Yeah. Because we don't know what we're talking about. We just talk about the advice we've been given.
Yeah.
So we would love.
But you're in it. You're like in the.
Yeah, it's so weird now. We would love to talk about it. So, but we want to have you guys on.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So I have one more question, and then I want to do some fun little thing. Okay. But so like, and I think this is always an interesting question to ask. Is how do you handle situations where your values don't match the environment around you? Are you guys in situations like that? I just think as a younger person, that tends to happen more than when you're older because you just...
Well, yeah, because when you're older, you can kind of create your own
environment.
Yeah, and again, you just don't care. You're like, see ya.
That's true. That's true, too. Yeah.
That's such a great question. I feel like it's so hard to navigate, too.
Yeah.
You're like, what's the tension? I think with different friendships is the biggest one. I think our age maybe faces where it's like, okay, how do I know when to be be a light and then not be influenced in a way that's gonna like and that's such a weird tension. But I think for me, when I was trying to navigate different maybe friendships, relationships, like I would know, like, okay, certain settings I don't need to go be in with this environment, you know?
Yes.
And then maybe we can go to coffee and visit, or like, does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah,
Where
no,
it's
it
like,
does.
I know.
You knew your boundaries.
Yeah, and I know what settings something could potentially happen that's not going to be great for me to, you know,
Yes.
like to,
Yeah.
how to know how to handle that. And so there were times I'm like, okay, if I got invited here, I'm like, maybe I won't go do that, but we'll go to coffee. You know, like I'll go to coffee and
Yes.
hang out, or we'll go do something one-on-one where I can, like, we can have visit and I'm not. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel like that's maybe
You're
my
not.
answer.
You're not throwing out the friendship or
Right.
relationship. You're just saying, you know what is good environment for you and not, and you're not willing to
Yeah.
sacrifice
Yeah.
that for the sake of a friendship.
Yeah,
You're
I
just
don't wanna
saying
cut
we.
you off.
No, we can let's redirect to a different
I
area.
think anytime, more than any time, like, I think college is something that this question brings up.
yeah, for sure.
Where it's like, how am I navigating this? I'm kind of like independent. I'm not under my parents'
Right,
roof
yeah.
anymore. I can make these kind of decisions, but like, where do I find the balance of like environments that I can handle and those that I can't as a Christ follower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also not be so one way that people think you're judging them all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but the other way where you're easily influenced. I just think it's something, you
For
know,
sure.
that is
It's
probably
a balance.
in
Yeah.
front of you more
Yeah.
than other times of
It's
your
so
life.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think sometimes we can get like, I know I have, and there's been moments where I'm like, okay, maybe I need to like ask the Lord to work on my heart in certain areas, you know, because you're like, I don't want to, or sometimes we can think, oh, I'm going to go be a light, and maybe it's not the best setting. to go. And then
Yeah.
it's like, then you go in thinking you're going to be a light,
Yeah.
and then it's like, okay, wait, I'm actually getting
Yeah.
You
Pull
know.
down.
Yeah.
You
Well, you
know?
are who you hang out with.
Yeah. And I think, but it's like, then there's that other side where people just want to like cut off the friendship, and really can be really great if you just know your boundaries, kind of what you're saying, but you can answer
Yeah.
that too.
Well, my answer is friendships too. Is when I think about that in my life recently, I don't think that that's been a problem just because of where we're at. We're at a Christian school.
Right.
All our friends go to the school and are at the church because we're not from here and everything. And so that hasn't really been a problem. Thank God. Like we've been blessed with that. But when I think about this for me, I think about in high school, and it was friendships. And I remember being like, oh, I'm going to be a light for them. They're not going to pull me any which way. And I would hang out with them one time, and I could start like feel it, like
that.
basically like
Feeling the
feel it.
pull.
Yes. And I'm like, okay, why am I even like thinking like that? And so I'd have to be like, okay, I can't hang out with them this way. Like you said, maybe go to a coffee, bring, like if I was with Preslee, I would like bring her somewhere and like, and I didn't feel that way because I had somebody that was standing strong with
That's
me.
That's great advice for someone. To like bring someone with you.
Yeah.
You know.
So you're not standing alone in that.
Yeah.
So I was sorry, just to interrupt this. I was reading in a book the other day about this kind of like your kids hanging out with good influences. And she says in scripture, Amos 3:3, and it says, can two people walk together without agreeing on the direction? And what she says is no. So the point is that if two people walk together, they have to agree. If one disagrees, but they continue walking together, then one changed.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and usually the person who changes is not the person who, it's, like their influence to change is the point.
Yeah.
You can't walk the same direction unless you agree.
Yeah.
So meaning you have to be careful who you're walking with.
Right.
Or else you're
So
going to, if
good.
you disagree, you're going to be the one that most
Yeah.
likely changes.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you're going to agree to walk. So I loved that.
love
And
that
I
too.
was like, it's so true. So whoever you're around, you got to, which my husband always says, you are who your closest 5 people are around
It's
you.
true. It's so
You are.
true.
You think like
Yeah.
them. You are like them.
Yeah.
And so you just have to. And I think it's easy to fall into, especially different personalities, like what's fun. And it's like, of course I'm not going to change, but this is so fun. And then it's
Yeah.
like, well, dang it. Now I'm around a bunch of people who are quote fun,
Yeah.
but not really making the best choices. And it's like, how do you,
Yeah.
self-awareness is
Yeah,
one thing.
true.
So what you're talking about, like just knowing what would not work well with
Yeah.
you. And so,
Yes, and it's hard. I feel like in college too, you struggle with, okay, what is my conviction, and like, what have I just always been around?
Yes. Yeah.
And so that's when it's hard to navigate because you're like, okay, is this me just trying to be like, no, or is this a conviction, or am I like, not in the right place? So it's hard. You have to like really evaluate, and then it's like, okay, you really have to sit with the Lord and ask like, what,
Yeah.
Lord, where should I go? Where should I not
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
But I think about even seasons where I maybe felt like I didn't have friends, even to like go and be with
Yes.
that are on the right page.
Yes.
And so like then I was like, okay, I need to evaluate my time, but I also don't even have people that I'm going to hang out with. So
Yeah.
maybe like the person in college that's like, okay, I can't even find community. I just had to like, okay, we're gonna be with our find a mentor you can
Yes.
talk to, and or like go and do things by yourself.
Yeah.
It's
sometimes.
true. I think that is a really hard one. If the
It's
group
so
you're hanging
hard.
out with is really not doing the right things and that's all you hang out with, that's why I also think it's really good to hang out with a bunch of different people.
Yeah.
Because that way you're not lonely, because I think that's what the enemy does. The enemy's like, now you're lonely, so
You're isolated,
your only friends
yeah.
that you can hang out with them, just go. You won't do anything, but then you have something to do tonight. You're not going to be bored, you know? And I'm like, it's so a lie from the enemy,
So
you know?
real,
Yeah,
though,
it
'cause
is.
I mean, I
It
remember
is.
nights being like, I'm tired of being alone. I'm tired
Yes.
of trying to do this alone, you
Yeah.
know. And so there were times I really had like tearful nights with the Lord, like, okay, Lord, I've been trying to stick it out, and there's no, you know, like
Yes,
But
yeah.
I feel like in that season, the Lord did bring some people, but I had to go and be like, okay, where can I
That's
kind
true.
of go and
You had to
meet
take
people?
action.
Yeah, and be around mentors that I'm like, okay, they can kind of speak into my life when
Yeah,
I'm doing
that's
this
awesome.
messy and
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah,
So,
it's a real thing for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
so real.
Okay, so I thought we could do this little fun thing.
Okay.
Unless y'all have anything else
This is
to
great.
add.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we're gonna do yay or nay generational edition.
Stop. I love it.
Okay, so as we wrap up, we're gonna do just like yay or nay. We'll throw out like topics, trends, pop culture, and you tell us yay or nay. But we're gonna play too. Okay, for sure.
Okay, fine.
Okay, baggy jeans. We'll start with fashion.
Yay.
Yay.
Are we
Yay.
answering now
Yeah.
too? Oh, yeah.
Yay.
Are y'all
Yeah.
yay?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Chunky tennis shoes, sneakers, whatever. I never say the word sneakers, so
I don't
This
have them,
depends.
but I think yay.
I think it's
They don't look good on me.
like I think if you're in the weird, you know, like the Fila shoes where they were
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
humongous.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no.
Yes.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
But there's some like cool chunky shoes that that's
Yeah.
cute. You know?
Yeah. I'm going to say nay for me.
Well, what are you talking about?
I'm saying nay for me to wear. Nay.
But you have like New Balance. You have like New Balances
They're
and stuff.
chunky.
Well, I think it just
I
depends
think
on
I'm
what you're
thinking of her kind of chunky.
The
That
big-
that big
Oh,
ones.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I
Okay,
Yeah.
because I've seen some that I do not like.
Oh, me too, for sure. I'm always like it depends.
But I guess
also.
my one pair that I got, they're kind of chunky.
Right.
Oh, I guess yay then.
Okay. it depends on how chunky they are.
Yeah. Because I mean, I've seen some that I'm like that are trendy right now, and I'm like, nah, man.
Okay. Athleisure as everyday wear.
I used to be yay, but now I'm a nay.
I'm an A too. But that's
Yeah.
I used to only wear that until I moved here. And now I'm an A. Yeah.
to wear like nice clothes to school, and I'm like, I
It's
actually
fun
like
getting
ready
dressed
in the
up.
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I used to do that a lot more,
Yeah.
but I would probably say yay.
Yeah. Our area, this area, like Travis, is athleisure everyday wear for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is.
which is
Yes.
funny
Yeah.
because it's much more casual. Like we always say this, like when we go to Sisters, Radiant Sisters is our women's ministry. Out here, it's very casual.
Yeah.
Really?
But like when we go
Yeah.
to Georgetown,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like
it is.
dressy,
everybody
dressier.
dresses dress. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
But it's
everyone's
just it's,
nice there.
Georgetown is like Alabama.
yeah,
Not
so,
quite.
Like it's just different, right? And you're like,
Yeah.
but I'm nay on athleisure everyday wear, but man, I do love some good athleisure.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
it
just
just,
not gonna
I
wear
used to
that.
wear yoga pants so much more, but I
Yeah.
don't anymore as
Yeah.
much. So, but I'm not also dressing up every day.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
athleisure where we're from too. So we moved. And we're like, wait.
Yeah,
What?
it's different.
Yeah.
You're like,
Wait. I need to buy clothes.
Yeah.
I need clothes. You know.
Sure.
okay, denim on denim.
Yay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay.
For sure. Okay, middle part versus side part.
Middle. Part.
Middle.
But
I'm,
the side part's coming back.
It
Yeah.
is.
It's
It
coming
is.
back.
yeah, I'm side part.
Yeah. I'm middle, but sometimes I want to go back to side, but I feel like people are going to be like, what'd you do to your hair?
So I don't not like middle. I tried middle and I look like I gained 20 pounds.
No.
I'm
No,
not.
that is- it cannot
Yes,
be
I
true.
did. Yes, I did.
Have y'all seen
Yes,
the hair
I did.
theory where you like change your? It's like middle part, side part.
No.
and, like,
No.
And it changes the whole.
I
thing.
literally have thought about wearing a side part lately because you're right. It's back, like the 90s look, right? Which is all side parts.
I don't
You
feel
do
like I
middle
look like
part.
a 90s
And
person.
You don't, but I'm saying that is back though. Most people are middle part
But
now.
when I'm side part, I'm not like way side part.
Yeah.
I'm
Really right
more
here?
like
Like a
off
little
center.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
still, and I'm like, I promise you I'll wear it and people will be like, you did something different with
No,
your
they
hair."
will.
You need to do it.
No, they will because it makes you look different.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't work for me. Like,
Yeah.
but my girls have all gone to it. But then my youngest one, we were laughing because we were like, I just like the middle part doesn't look great. And then we figured out that she really does look way better with the side part.
Yeah,
like her hair just looks, so she'll do middle for slick backs, but she does side for wearing her hair down.
Okay. All right. Social media trends. Okay. TikTok as a primary platform.
No, sorry.
TikTok's like the most popular app right now, but I don't know. So I don't know. I'm in between.
Love it. I love
I'm
it.
in between.
I'm a yay.
I'm a yay too. 1000%.
I'm a nay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, are you a nay?
I'm in between. I don't know.
Oh,
Okay. Digital detox days.
yay.
Yeah.
That's a big yay, I think.
No, nay.
I'm not
Nay.
good at it.
I would love to say yay.
I think that's great, but I've never even considered it. Now I have fasted social media and
Yeah.
stuff like that, but
Yeah.
digital, no.
I'm not
no.
good at it at all, but I'm like, I want to be.
I think it's great. but-
Okay. Online dating.
No.
No. Nay.
Well, I mean, we don't know. That wasn't a thing.
I'm just saying, like, if I had to date again, like, if something happened to Jeremy, like, I cannot even imagine online dating.
Yeah.
I can't, but we know people who did
We
that.
know so many people.
It's kind of scary.
I know so many
I
people.
feel like it was like
maybe
so
I'm just like-
creeper status, and then I feel like it went through a good phase where a lot of people met their spouses, and then I feel like it's kind of phased.
Yeah.
I met someone yesterday
Who's
met
on it?
their, Yeah. and
Yeah.
I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
But maybe people are just not doing it through apps as much as they're doing it through like DMs, like sliding in
Oh,
DMs.
yeah.
maybe so.
I don't know.
I don't know.
There's so many young people on the dating apps now, like my age, and I'm
Right.
like, well, give it a chance.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
What?
Yeah.
I feel like
No, I
that
think
should
it's
be
true.
for like older,
Well, like, on
and you don't have a
TikTok,
way to meet
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
So we're all nay on that one. Until we all
I
were
do
together.
think.
Until we
I know. I'm like, I do understand it. I guess
Yeah.
if you were like widowed
Yes.
and you have kids and you're like, you're not going out,
No shade to
Yeah.
which you
Yeah.
shouldn't be going out
Honestly.
anyway.
Well, and I think you always go to things like Tinder or whatever, but like there's a lot of other options
a
that
lot.
aren't like that.
Christian
one
Mingle.
that-
like
or like Jonathan
farmers,
Pokluda
Yeah,
started.
he
farmers
like,
dating.
Yes.
You know, I don't know.
Farmers.
It
Whatever
just
it
seems it just seems weird to me, but
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
Weird as in because I've never.
You know
experienced
what?
it.
If
same.
somebody wants to marry somebody else's land, they go to the farmers.
Yes, right. Yeah, you want a ranch.
You want a ranch?
You want to be
I want a
a
rancher.
cowboy? You need-
I want a rancher.
Okay, sharing your faith on social media.
I think yay. I think, but
Yeah.
there is an. It's a hot take.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I feel like yay, but sometimes it can get weird.
Yeah,
Sometimes people
right.
make it weird.
Yeah,
For sure.
That is true.
You know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
There's
it's like
kind of
it's like politics. It just can get way too well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
but
actually
depends on how
it's
you're
not.
doing it.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
I'm gonna.
politics is way worse.
I'm gonna
but
say
Yay.
yay. As
Yeah.
I would say yay for
Yeah.
sure.
For sure.
Okay, binge watching shows in one weekend.
I do that sometimes.
I'm gonna say yeah because I've definitely done that a few times.
I would say
Yay.
yay.
Reality TV.
It's a big. It's,
Yeah, I don't want to say yay, but it's not a nay for me either. So
Sometimes.
know.
I'll watch it sometimes.
depends
Yeah.
on what it is.
Yeah.
I don't watch reality
Me
TV
neither,
ever
but I
anymore, but I
have.
did.
I used
to.
to.
We used to
would
love
have-
The Bachelor.
Yeah, we'd have
A
like
lot of
bachelor
friends
indie
did.
parties, you know. all that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
and now I
Dancing
like
with the
cringe
Stars.
when I see that.
Yeah, Dancing with the
Yeah.
Stars.
Christian influencers.
Yay. I think yay.
Yay.
I think kind of the same. It depends.
It can be extreme and weird. Sometimes there are some people I just like get a really weird feeling about,
Yeah.
and I'm like, but other people, yeah.
Yeah.
So it just depends.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
I
say
say
yay.
yay.
Yay for sure.
Podcast clips on Instagram Reels. It's like,
Yay!
Watch our clips, guys.
okay, viral challenges.
I love them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
She's like, yeah.
I'm a big. Our friends laugh at me because they're always like, Presley, you just like know the TikTok sound. You need to get off TikTok. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like always the trend person. I guess.
I
Do you do them?
No, I just,
She's like,
Oh, you just love to watch
Yeah.
all
like,
the.
hear a word, I'm like,
Ice bucket challenge.
oh
Have
yeah.
you
Yes.
done that?
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
I loved that one. I didn't
I
do
am
it.
not.
big one.
I'm not an. I'm total nay on that because I'm not. But my girls, like my youngest, love stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I like it too.
I love them.
Okay. Using this is funny. Using slang you don't fully understand.
Yay!
Yay! For sure.
Okay, this is a good one. Parents trying to be cool online.
Like cool. I don't know what that means because some parents I'm like, oh my gosh.
I think it's the trying part.
Yes.
trying to be cool.
I think it's funny sometimes. I'm like, you go, girl. But yeah, I'm gonna say yeah.
I don't even know what that what.
Like them trying to be like their kids online.
Like dancing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Or something
like
like
they're
that.
trying to.
If
Yeah.
they're being
They act like they're
serious-
influencers, but they're not.
If
Kind
they're
of
being serious,
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of like, depending on what it is.
Right.
It depends on what it is,
Yeah.
because I don't want to just say that.
Yeah.
But like if they're being funny, I think it's so funny and I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, voice notes instead of text.
I'm a big voice
Yay.
person.
Yay.
No. Nay.
If someone sends me a voice text, I will text you back. I will not.
I will read it. I don't even listen to it. I'm like,
what
I
does it
need to
say?
get it to drop down. I'm gonna read that.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just easy for me.
I have tried to use them and I can't even get the microphone thing to work right. And it's like, and I'm like, hey. Oh, okay. I'm like, never mind.
I love that there's like certain friends that I have that's all they do. And like I just love it because it's them.
The Streeties.
The Streeties, yes. They love it.
No, it doesn't.
But they actually send the best ones I've ever
They
heard.
do.
They do.
Oh,
Oh
I'm gonna
no!
keep them forever.
You should hear the one that they sent Ashley about Shepherd being born,
this
and
is-
is
I think Sam
literally
We
the
heard
best
it.
thing I've
We
ever
heard
heard.
it.
I was like,
It is hilarious. It's
I
a
was like, y'all
show.
should be on a
it's the
show.
best.
It
It's
is.
so funny.
It's so good. Okay, group chats that never end.
Oh my gosh, nay. We have so many group chats.
When we moved there,
They're-
I was like, it's a big group.
Like I remember that it was like third day being here and we were in 20. It was
Yes.
crazy.
School,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not group chats that never end. That's annoying.
Yeah.
Like if they
Yeah.
keep
Like
texting,
80
Yeah.
text messages.
no, that's too much. I'm like, Lindsay left the chat.
Okay, last one.
I got confidence.
Calling instead of texting.
Yay.
Oh, yay. Oh my gosh. Ashley, you're not
I'm a texting.
She just said yay. You are such a liar. You're such an Enneagram 9. She's like, yes, for sure.
truth. I was just waiting for y'all to get through.
She did not.
I am a texter. I'm not
She
a
said
caller.
yay.
Lindsay and I talk to my kids on the phone.
I
Everybody
wish I had
else,
more
we're gonna handle
friends.
it over text.
I wish I had more friends that were phone talkers. I don't.
They're all texters.
Ashley will talk to me on the phone just because our mom died and she knows I have no one else to talk to.
No, I've always talked on the phone with my mom and Lindsay for sure.
She's filling in.
Yes.
And then our cousin Alex and me talk a lot. But I don't have hardly any friends that are phone talkers, and I wish I
Texting
did.
has like definitely killed the call vibe for a
For
lot of
sure. For you.
people. Yeah, for a lot of people. For a lot of
It's like,
people.
yeah, for me.
Yeah, for a lot of people. Okay, that was fun.
That was
That
so
was
fun.
I think we agree
great.
on like most of them.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure.
And so we always close with confession of the week because this whole season, I don't know if you guys know, if you've listened to our podcast.
We have a whole saying.
Yeah.
We are not judging, we are observing.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So we
Love
don't
it.
do that, but we also don't want people to do that.
To do that to us. So when we have
Yes.
confession of the week, you cannot judge.
You can
only
observe.
can observe.
You can't judge. Okay, so every week we have a confession of the week, which has actually been harder than we thought.
It is. We used to do question of the week.
Right.
And we would just be like, oh, what's your favorite?
We were just random. We were just
Yeah.
like the most
And then
random.
we decided it's way funnier to do confession of the week because, let's be real. We all have confessions
Okay,
from that week.
so
like mine was I threw a bag at my daughter one day because I was mad.
Yes. Yes.
Y'all are observing.
Yes, yes, yes. We've done different ones, but yeah. Okay, so mine's because one person I didn't want to talk to at church that time.
Yeah, Ashley
Yeah.
did talk about people she didn't want to talk to at church.
Yes.
Oh.
Feel so bad, but
Hey, it happens.
Anyway, so my confession of the week is I feel like this makes me sound so terrible. I do not like animation at all. Like I don't like animated movies.
I don't either.
You
Why is-
don't?
No.
I feel
make
like
myself watch them
me
when
too.
we take our kids.
Like
when
I
they're
used to
little.
beg Jeremy to take them.
I'd be
Okay,
like,
but Lindsay, that doesn't sound great.
It's because our mom didn't let us watch anything.
I
We weren't allowed to watch
I
any
feel like people
magic
that
stuff.
have hard hearts don't like animated
That
shows.
could be
like
us. That
Toy
could be us.
Story and like
I don't like
Little
that.
Mermaid.
No.
I
And
don't
I've
like Toy Story either.
and
No.
like I've seen all of these because I have kids and I have a
Yeah.
lot of them.
No,
but
I don't
I
like
like literally do not like cartoons.
Ooh, me either.
Or
Is that your
animation.
confession?
Yeah.
That's a terrible confession.
No, it's not because I'm telling you, I bet that people are not like us. I bet they're like, no, I love those things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like people who love Disney.
Oh,
Maybe.
Y'all love Disney.
no.
Oh,
See, we do
No.
agree on so many things. Sorry,
like,
Disney
we
lovers.
like
Yeah, we-
Disney.
Like the
I
Disney
like
adults.
Disney Channel movies.
Yeah.
She
But
said
that's
we like Disney. We just didn't spend the money on taking our kids to Disney.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then there's people who are obsessed with Disney.
I don't understand that. I just don't
I don't-
understand.
I don't
like
either.
people go on their honeymoons to Disney World.
Yes.
And I just
Yes.
just don't understand.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest.
But I think that not liking animated movies is sad.
Ashley's trying to get us out of this Disney talk.
Yes.
Because we know people who love Disney. Okay.
I think that's a great confession of the week.
Y'all like animated? You said no?
I like some.
I don't like sit down and watch them by myself,
Yeah.
but like
You
I
know,
don't know,
like Beauty and the Beast and
Oh, yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, like all those Toy Story. Like I don't want to watch that.
No, it was really hard for me to take my kids to those movies.
Yeah, me too.
I would make myself, and then I'd be on my phone.
like enjoy.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm
And then people
no.
are like, "Oh my gosh, I cried at that movie," and I'm like, "You did?"
for real?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I don't even like it when like I take my kids to see like a funny movie. You know how sometimes they have the animated clip at the
Yeah, I
beginning?
don't like that either.
I can't stand. I'm
I don't
like,
like
oh,
that
it's such a
either.
waste of my time.
Maybe it is like a trauma from like our mom did not let us
Watch it.
She just didn't let us watch a lot of
We
things.
watched
Yes,
animated
we
stuff.
weren't
We just weren't allowed to watch magical stuff.
Nothing that had
Oh, yeah,
magic
we
in
We
couldn't
it.
weren't allowed to
either.
watch Smurfs.
No.
We couldn't watch Care
Can't watch
Bears.
Sponge. I didn't let my kids watch SpongeBob because they were disrespectful.
I wasn't allowed to have trolls. Did y'all know what trolls were? Probably not.
No trolls.
Don't look them
With the
up.
ones
They're
with the
scary. They're scary.
Yeah.
They're all about magic. No unicorns.
Yeah, I think we found out why. This is like counseling.
This is why.
Confessions of the
why.
week turned into
Is
counseling.
this why we don't let our kids believe in Santa Claus?
Yes, I'm the
Easter
Bunny. It all goes
No.
together. No.
My mom almost didn't. She
Yeah.
was like,
Never
but then she
done
ended up
it.
doing
My
Never
mom
done
did it,
it.
and then none,
None
of
of
us
us
Why
do
did
it.
y'all do it?
Because we don't like it.
That's why.
We weren't
Yeah.
allowed. No.
No, we just, I don't know.
We would like talk about Santa. We would take them to Santa, but our kids always knew
Knew it
that
wasn't
real.
real.
And we just didn't like Jeremy. This might sound harsh to some people. It's going to. I just know. But he was like, I don't want to ever lie to my kids. Like
That's why my mom.
he was just like, I don't
think
want to
that's great.
lie. And then like. I don't want them also to question like their belief in God because
Yeah.
we told them that Santa was real and then that he wasn't. I feel like that's a little bit of a stretch, but I get it.
No, yeah.
And we just wanted to keep the main thing the main thing.
I'm just going to be honest. It
Right.
would have been way too much work. I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have done it. It's too much work. I was terrible at, I mean, I told our kids the tooth fairy wasn't real, but they could still put their teeth under the
Yeah,
pillow
I gave
for
my
money.
kids money too, even though
I
they-
would, do you
we
know
didn't
how many
believe in
times
the
I
tooth fairy.
forgot to put money under the pillow? So many times.
I would
to the
borrow
point that I
money-
would just
I would
hand
borrow
it
money from the
for
other
them.
kids.
Yeah, for them. Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
My mom would do
$20.
that to me.
Yeah, I would forget.
I would
would-
totally
Yeah.
forget, and I would hand it to them.
Yeah.
And Abby Kate never even got money for her teeth. By the time she came up, I said, "I'm sorry, I don't do that anymore."
Yeah.
I graduated from that. So I just would have been awful.
But
I
like
would've
we
been
just said,
awful.
we were so glad that Elf on the Shelf was not a thing in our
Yes,
generation.
I would
Like,
have been terrible.
We
at
would have
that.
been awful at it.
No,
Terrible.
Like I didn't do. My kids would come home and kindergarten and be like, "Oh, my teacher keeps telling all of my friends that this elf is real," and I am like, "It is not real." I'm like, "Stop telling them.
don't
Yeah.
say
Parents
that.
are gonna be mad at you."
Yeah, for sure.
That's
And so we
funny.
just never did. Maybe that's why we don't like animated things.
I don't know.
But caveat, our kids still love Christmas. They can't wait for it to this day.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah.
It's not like
It's not the end all.
we
Yeah.
don't need to go to counseling.
It's not like we're the Grinch.
we're not terrible people. They still get gifts.
Yeah.
We still give them candy. We don't put oranges in their stockings.
Yes. We do all the things. They just know the truth.
Yeah.
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 So-
And my kids can watch animation.
I know. I just don't want to do it with them.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah.
Kids are like, let's have a movie night. I'm like, oh, that's so fun. Y'all can have it in the other room.
I was like, I loved when they got out of that phase.
Oh, no, for sure.
Of the animated things.
I
Okay,
bet.
that's
But-
my confession. I feel like it was a good one.
I just didn't think it was that good because I agree.
Yeah.
We thought it was great.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
good.
anyways, all right. Well, thanks guys for joining us today. And thank you guys for watching and listening. And we're so happy for y'all.
Yeah. It's gonna be
Go
awesome.
listen to
Live
this
free.
podcast. Live free.
Yeah.
What is it all on?
Everything.
Yeah, it's on everything.
Every-
YouTube, Spotify,
Apple,
Apple. Yes.
YouTube.
Okay, perfect. All
for
right.
having
Thanks,
us.
girls.
Thank you so much.
Bye.